Jennifer Lopez has built an empire on reinvention, but peel back the layers of her Bronx grit and Hollywood gloss, and you'll find the fly girl roots that still pulse through every step, every note, every scene. In a heartfelt nod to her origins, the 56-year-old multi-hyphenate reveals how those high-kicking days on In Living Color 3 decades ago weren't just a paycheck. They were a masterclass in performance that ignited her lifelong love affair with dance, music, and the alchemy of storytelling. Now, channeling that energy into her role as the ethereal Aurora in Kiss of the Spider Woman, Lopez credits those early grooves for giving her the tools to mentor, move, and mesmerize on a set where vulnerability met virtuosity, turning a dream project into a triumphant return to musical roots. Back in the early 90s, Lopez was a 22-year-old firecracker auditioning for the Fly Girls, the dance troupe that lit up Fox's boundary-pushing sketch show. Amid the chaos of choreographed numbers and behind-the-scenes banter, she honed an instinct for the spotlight, not just shaking it but owning it. "Those were the days that taught me rhythm in chaos," she later mused, recalling the adrenaline of syncing steps with a crew of fierce women under Rosie's watchful eye. It wasn't glamour, it was grind, rehearsals till dawn, costumes that pinched, and the thrill of live TV where one misstep could go viral before viral was a thing. But from that crucible emerged J.Lo's blueprint, a keen eye for casting chemistry, an ear for musical beats, and a leader's knack for lifting others. Fast forward to Kiss of the Spider Woman, and director Bill Condon marvels at how that foundation shines. "The thing is, she knows so much about everything," he shares, painting Lopez as a set savant. "She knows about musical performance, choreographers, dance, and she has a wonderful eye for everything that's going on, and for casting everything. Her input. Invaluable, a sounding board whose instincts elevated the ensemble, turning rehearsals into revelations." The film itself is a tapestry of longing and illusion, adapting Manuel Puig's novel and the Broadway musical into a cinematic fever dream. Lopez embodies Aurora, the silver screen siren conjured by imprisoned hairdresser Luis Molina, played with aching tenderness by Diego Luna, to escape the brutality of his cell. Locked away for 8 years on charges of corrupting a minor, Luis weaves fantasies of old Hollywood melodrama starring his idol, a Latina bombshell whose glamour is both bomb and blade. Aurora isn't real, she's a manifestation of desire, flickering in Luis's mind like a technicolor escape hatch amid the gray despair of dictatorship-era Argentina. Lopez, slipping into gowns that cascade like liquid starlight and heels that click with seductive authority, infuses the role with layers, sultry confidence masking the fragility of fiction. Her numbers, from torch songs that smolder to dance sequences that whirl like whispers of freedom, demand the full J.Lo arsenal. Vocal prowess honed on world tours, hips that sway with streetwise poetry, and eyes that lock souls. What makes this project sing for Lopez is its serendipity, a passion play greenlit thanks to her ex-husband Ben Affleck's production banner, Artists' Equity. "The movie wouldn't have been made if it weren't for him," she acknowledges with genuine warmth, crediting the force that reignited their romance and, post-split, their creative alliance. "I told him this was the role I was born to play and I wanted to do it, and he was like, okay, and he helped make it happen." As producer herself, Lopez poured heart into every frame, viewing Aurora as destiny's encore. "This was the first musical I was meant to do," she declares, her voice thick with the weight of waiting. Fly Girl lessons resurfaced in spades, guiding co-stars through steps, tweaking choreography on the fly, fostering a set vibe where insecurity bowed to encouragement. Luna, stepping into dance for the first time, confessed his doubts to her early on. Lopez's response? "Pure gold, you're a great actor, play the part of Gene Kelly." It was a spark that ignited his confidence, their off-screen chats evolving into a bond that mirrored their characters' tender entanglement. Crew members watched in awe as she mentored, her presence a steady flame drawing out the best in everyone, from raw newcomers to seasoned pros. The role's demands were a delicious duel, physicality that echoed her hustler's pole work, emotional depth that tapped Selena's fire. Aurora's arc, flitting between fantasy and the prisoner's harsh reality, where political prisoner Valentine, Alfie Allen, clashes with Luis's escapism, required Lopez to embody illusion's double edge. Songs like Kiss of the Spider Woman, a haunting waltz of seduction and sorrow, let her vocals soar, blending Broadway belt with Latin soul. Dance breaks pulsed with Fly Girl flair, energetic, empowering, a nod to the women who came before, from Rita Moreno to Chita Rivera. Off-camera, Lopez hosted cast bonding. Salsa nights in her trailer, script reads laced with laughter, turning potential pressure into playful propulsion. Condon credits her leadership for the film's intimacy. Everyone on set saw her take him under her wing, and as the movie progressed they spent more time together talking about stuff, which was beautiful to watch. Beyond the screen, Kiss resonates as Lopez's manifesto on legacy. At 56, with a resume spanning made-in-Manhattan rom-coms to The Cells, surreal chills, she's at a peak where reflection fuels reinvention. The Fly Girl era, 30 years hence, symbolizes hustle's payoff, from Bronx blocks to global stages. Affleck's backing, post their 2024 divorce, underscores mature collaboration. No bitterness, just business that births art. Fans adore this Lopez, vulnerable yet victorious, her Instagram glimpses of rehearsals, silhouettes against sunset lots, teasing the magic. Critics preview a awards contender, praising her as a revelation in rhinestones, Aurora's glow illuminating themes of queer resilience, political fire and fantasy's fragile fortress. As filming wrapped, Lopez lingered on set, twirling one last pirouette in Aurora's gown, the fabric whispering echoes of Fly Girl leotards. It's a full-circle spin, early dreams distilled into this dream role, proving talent's timeless tango. For aspiring artists eyeing her path, her takeaway? Embrace the groove, mentor boldly, move fearlessly, and let origins orchestrate your opus. In Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Jennifer Lopez doesn't just perform, she weaves a web of wonder ensnaring hearts with the silk of her story.